you were trying to maybe draw a charge or something, or what were you doing? What was the play call there?
Yeah, we're just running one of our out of bounds sets. I figured that they were chasing and hugging me the entire game, and they were going to see me. What I want to do this game was do a lot of back screens, and because I knew they're going to chase me all over the place. So we set up a play where I was able to set a back screen on Pat's man, and I thought for sure I got fouled. The guy ran right over me, and I should have been at the free throw line, but playing on the road, you just have to keep playing through it. And we had Joe T get the ball and step up and make a huge play, and that's just what our team's about. When there's adversity, we don't let it diminish us. We take it head on, and we did a great job of that tonight.
The next question from Don Doxey.
Yeah, Jordan, tell me about the first half. You guys it seemed like you couldn't do anything wrong. You came out with tons of confidence in front of a hostile crowd and everything. Just tell me about that.
Yeah, I just think we were ready to play tonight. We have a lot of great leaders on this team, and I've been doing what I can to help the younger guys out ever since the offseason started, and Connor's been doing a great job, and Joe T as well. Basically we're the only three guys back here that played in a arena with fans. So, just trying to use our experiences, understand that we need to step up as leaders tonight when, adversity hit us, that we need to, step in that role and realize that everything's going to be okay, that we can make a run right back at them. We made a punch to start the game, and they punched us right back 10 the first half, and they're right there with us in the second half. And, we got knocked down a couple of times, but we were able to get back up and didn't let anything, rile us up. We just kept our composure. I think we only had 3 or 4 turnovers tonight, and that just shows how calm we were with the basketball tonight.
The next question, Jordan, from David Eicholt.
Jordan, after Joe T hit the shot, I thought about the conversation we had when you said you were coming back. Your first calls to Joe and said, "Hey, this is your team now." Can you just kind of describe how you've seen him grow over the past couple of years and kind of what kind of led to the moment?
He's the leader. He's our point guard, and makes our team go. How he played on defensive end was phenomenal. He stepped up in big time moments. When we got sped up as a team, he was able to get the ball and calm us down. And that's just exactly what you want as a point guard. When I played point guard here the last 4 to 5 years, that's kind of what I've tried to pride myself on and try to carry that on to Joe T. And Joe T's been doing a phenomenal job ever since he started the day one, when I came back. And I'm just really happy to, slide over the 2 with him and play alongside of him, because we play really well together, and we have such great chemistry between the 2 of us.
The next question, Jordan, from Michael Loss.
You can't tell a whole lot watching TV, and that's what we did. But what was it like there? I mean, it didn't. How intimidating was it compared to what you're going to face Friday night?
We never get intimidated as a team. That never crosses our mind. I believe we're all dogs on this team. When one guy falls down, we all have each other's backs. Just when Portland State came after us after the game, something small like that, but we all had Ash's back into the game. That's kind of our identity this year, is that we're all together no matter what happens throughout the game, no matter what happens off the court. And I think that's what makes this team so special. So to use the word intimidated, I don't even want that in our vocabulary, because we have such great leaders on this team, and we have phenomenal players on this team to never have that in our vocab.
The next question from Chad Leistico.
Just 4 turnovers tonight as a team. I'm sure that's a number you're proud of against a defense like that with a lot of young guys on the road.
Yeah, like I said earlier, they're one of the, if not, they are the best defensive team. Their principles are really hard to get by. They never mess up on defense. They rarely mess up on offense. So to beat Virginia at Virginia, you have to be, play your best game of the year. And I think that mindset hit us when we had our 2-day prep 2 days ago, that we were locked into the scouting report. Coach Sparrod did a phenomenal job with these guys, and we did everything we could to lock into what he was saying to us, lock into what Coach McCaffery was saying to us. And I knew last night when we were eating team dinner that everyone was locked in and focused on this game. And as fun it was tonight. We have another big time opponent coming that we got to go there on Friday, so we're just ready and excited.
Anything else for Jordan? All right, enjoy the win. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Looks like Jordan will slide out and Joe Toussaint will slide in. Joe T, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I get you.
All right, congratulations on the win tonight. We will get started with some questions. If you have a question for Joe, please throw your hand up in the participant button. We'll start, Joe, with a question from Chad Leistico.
Hey, Joe, just walk us through your mindset on that winning play.
Go make a play. It's that simple. Ball's in my hand. Go make a play. We're down one. I make the right read.
The next question from Tom Kakert.
So you guys only had minimal turnovers tonight. How important was that playing against Virginia not to turn the ball over this evening?
Yeah, I mean, we knew he was going to come in a hostile environment. I mean, Virginia's a really good team, defensive team, very defensively sound. And it was key to not turn the ball over. We only had four or five turnovers, 3, something like that. So it was critical, especially at the end of the game, because they have really good players over there who could score. So just to keep the ball in our possession is really good.
The next question from Michael Loss.
Hey, Joe. I know that you've even said this season that scoring's not your number one job, but tonight you seem to have no hesitance in the first or second half in taking shots. Well, what was your attitude about all that?
I mean, I just do, what the game provides. I do what the defense gives me. Some games are going to be passing, other nights it's going to be scoring. I feel like I do a really good job of both. I feel like I can score the ball and I feel like I can pass the ball. So any given night, you don't know what's gonna happen. What the defense gonna do, the defense can adjust, and they didn't really adjust to me. So, I just kept taking what they was giving me.
The next question, Joe, from Chad Leistico.
And maybe describe, if you could, Joe, kind of what you saw in that last defensive possession after your winning or go-ahead shot. What was the mentality there? What'd you see?
The one after I made the shot or before?
Yep. Yeah. After. Yep.
After I made the shot, I just wanted to make sure he didn't roll it. So he picked it up, then I just backpedal with my hand straight up. We don't want to get a cheap one or anything like that because they was gonna go 1-1 and we was up 1. And when he went in for the layup, I just backed up with my hands up, and then his layup rolled out, and then Patrick came in, saved the day, smacked the ball into the 5th row.
Anything else for Joe Toussaint? Joe, we'll take a question from David Eicholt.
Joe, after you hit the shot, I thought back to what you told us in the offseason, how Jordan called you after he said he was coming back. He said, "This is your team now." I mean, how much pride did you kind of take in having it be your team down the stretch? Is that kind of, just talk about kind of the evolution from last year to this year and you really kind of upping your role going into that last possession.
I'm just ready to take the next step. After my workouts every single day that I work out, I put myself in those situations, layups, step back threes, floaters in the lane, with limited time, and I just practice those shots. So that shot was just a regular shot for me, to be honest.
We'll take a question from Chad Leistico.
I guess just what does this moment mean to you personally, to get a game-winning shot on the road?
Well, to be honest, it's really for my team, to be honest. It's not really for me. I'm glad I made the shot, but, just to go to show that we're a tough team as well. We could go on the road and win. I'm happy I got the win for my guys.
Joe, congrats on the win. Have a safe trip home.
Thank you. See you guys.
Welcome, Coach McCaffery. Can you hear me okay?
Gotcha.
All right, good to hear it. Congratulations on the win. We will throw some questions out for you, Coach.
All right.
If you have the first question, Coach McCaffery, is from Tom Kakert.
And what were you looking for in that last possession? Was it Joe T, or were you trying to get something else going first?
We had something else going, and I can't talk about it. So,
Okay.
Coach, the next question from Mike Halas.
Fran, congrats. Judging by what I saw on TV and the way that you and your players reacted afterwards, this was more than just a common non-conference game, I would take it.
well, Mike, we talked about it. You're on the road, you're playing, one of the best teams in the country, packed house. And at some point in the game, there's going to be some adversity. We overcame adversity a number of different times and got contributions from a lot of different people and won a hard-fought game. It was a very physical, hard-fought game, and you're proud of your guys when when they come out with a W in those situations.
The next question, Coach, from Chad Leistico.
Hi, Fran. You've seen Jordan do this for 6 years on the road now. Just how reassuring is it to have him on the road in tough moments like that?
You know, it's been a pleasure, Chad, to coach him for this long of a period of time, because he's such a gamer. He's so smart. He's so tough mentally. You knew he was going to come out on fire. You knew he was going to be able to adjust when they adjusted to him. And boy, he just made some huge plays. Like, you know, the drive and pitch to the rim for Keegan, huge bucket in the game. You know, he's part of a group that goes on the road against a team that's known for their defense. We turn it over 4 times. That gives you a chance to win. And, you know, I'm just glad he plays for us.
The next question from Tom Kakert.
Fran, Patrick had that big block to kind of seal it there in the last minute. What was your thought on that play?
Well, we talked about, you know, continuing the challenge at the rim. They kind of went away from what they normally run. Then it would come back to it, but they were driving the ball more. So they're running guys to the rim. They're pitching it to the rim, hitting the roll guy. So you got to get in there and challenge. And we did that a couple times coming down the stretch. And, you know, what a great block, a game-saving block. I mean, he timed it. He went and got it. You know, I'm so happy for him. He had a really good ball game and was just enjoying, you know, what he accomplished, what we accomplished. I think everybody wants to be a part of it. And like I said before, so many different guys were, and I'm just thrilled for him to have made that play at the end.
The next question, Coach, is from David Eichelt.
Frank, congratulations on the win. I think back to the offseason when Jordan said he was coming back. He said his first call is to Joe Toussaint, and he basically said, this is your team now. And now Joe hits the game winner. I mean, how have you seen him really sort of own that point guard role? And how have you seen his progression, just making the right reads and the right plays at the right time?
I mean, he was spectacular tonight, as you well know, David. I mean, he's as tough as they come. So, you know, you got 2 guys back there that are incredibly tough mentally. And I thought his decision-making throughout the entire game was really good. And I'm proud of his maturity, his development. You know, he's always been a really talented player. And what he's really mastering now is the ability to engineer victory and make plays coming down the stretch. And, you know, I'm really, really happy for him. You're always happy when guys enjoy that kind of success.
Coach, we'll circle back to Chad Leistico.
This was Keegan Murray's, first road game as kind of the star of the team, or, face of the team, in some ways. How did you see him kind of evolve as the game went on, and how did Virginia try to stop him in your mind?
Well, they put a small guy on him, and I thought he was really good. I mean, it's funny because I always wanted him to be more aggressive. He's just such a team guy. He moves it, he shares it. He just wants to win. He doesn't care about himself. There were times I told him he should have shot more, and I want him to shoot more. But I always respect guys who play that way. But I am going to continue to encourage him to be even more aggressive than he was.
And then obviously his ankle must be okay. I mean, nothing to worry about.
Little sore, Chad, but I don't think it's real serious.
Anything else for Coach Fran McCaffery? Looks good, Coach. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Please have a safe trip home.
Appreciate it.
We'll have Keegan in a couple minutes.
Welcome, Keegan. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
All right, wonderful. Thanks for joining us for this post game. Congratulations on the win.
thank you. Appreciate
We
it.
will, you bet, throw it out to questions for Keegan Murray. The first one tonight, Keegan's going to come from David Eichholt.
Keegan, congrats on the win. It feels sort of strange to ask you this because you've been on campus long enough, but how was your first really road game as, being the guy?
Yeah, no, it was great. I love playing like different kind of atmospheres. And obviously that was a really good one. They're a really good team. Their fans are really invested into the program and they made a run. The fans got into it, but we kept our composure late in the game. I think that was big for us, especially because we have a lot of guys that haven't been in that situation before. So.
Keegan, the next question from Tom Kakert.
Keegan, how's your ankle? And did you come down on Chris's foot?
I don't know. I'll have to figure out whose foot I came down on, but I'm doing good. I'll be ready.
The next question from Chad Leistico.
Hey, Jordan made an interesting comment earlier. He said at the team dinner last night, he could tell everyone was locked in. Is there anything that you saw that you sensed that was the case?
Yeah, I feel like there's a different level of focus with this team. Obviously, we feel like we're underappreciated and just have underdog mentality. And we just lock into the scout, lock into the film every single day, and don't take anything for granted. We came out and showcased that in the first half and kept our composure in the second half. So kudos to our team. They did a great job with that.
What did you see defensively, I guess, in the second half that wasn't working for you guys? And in your mind, how did you guys respond to that adversity?
Yeah, no, they locked in the second half. They made a few adjustments on us. They just started chasing Jabo around really well, just try to get the ball out of his hands. And then they just trapped the dribbler and we're in gaps. But we made adjustments late in the game. They made a run. We knew they were going to make a run at us. And we just kept our composure late in the game. Joe made a huge shot. Patrick made a huge block down the stretch.
The next question, Keegan, from David Eichholt.
Keegan, when Jordan said he was coming back, he said his first call was to Joe Toussaint just to say, hey, I'm going to be the off guard. This is your team. How have you seen Joe sort of embrace being that starting point guard and just sort of caps off tonight with that game winner?
Yeah, no, it's just all the work he's put in. When Jabo decided to be off the point guard spot and just have Joe take the reins, he really grew into that role. And the whole offseason, he worked hard at it. You can just see improvement day after day. And this was his time to shine. He wasn't, the moment wasn't too big for him. And he made a huge shot late in the game. And he's built for it. He's a competitor.
Keegan, the next question from Chad Leistico.
Hi again. How can this help you guys, I guess, going into Mackey Arena on Friday in your mind?
Yeah, no, just having the experience of being in a big time atmosphere with all the guys that have and don't have the experience with it, that'll help us on Friday. I think this is a huge win and a huge environment for us to be able to go into Mackey and try and do some damage there. Jabo was a huge leader for us because he's been in that position before, laid down the stretch, and he just had us keep our composure the entire game. So he was a great leader tonight.
Anything else for Keegan Murray? Okay, Keegan, congratulations. Please have a safe trip home.
Thank you.
You bet. Thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate you guys.